Yeah, I was hoping he went into a coma. I was hoping that we would never have to hear his tweet or hear him talk ever again.
What's up, everyone? Shaq here, and you know who this is. He is the former UFC welterweight champion, but make no mistake, still one of the top dogs at 170 pounds. He co-headlines UFC Qatar this Saturday against Ian Machado Garry. Remember the name Belal Muhammad. How are you, sir?
What's up, my brother?
Good to see you, man. I'm assuming you're in Qatar by now. How long have you been there?
Yeah, I've been here for a couple weeks now.
Oh, you're well acclimated, ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. Like I fought here before. I fought in Abu Dhabi in this region before, so I know what it takes to get acclimated. It takes a little bit of time, so I was like, I had to get out here early.
Okay, now before we get to the fights, I always like to dig around for one of Alex B's like humanizing athletes pieces on Twitter. What do you write short stories about?
I'm sorry.
You said Alex B. Hunan has this piece where he gets like fighters to fill out a list, favorite movies, favorite TV shows, etc.
Yeah,
It said on there that one of your hobbies is writing short stories.
yeah.
What
I
are you
mean, for
writing
me, I
about?
like to. In my head, I could write a movie. So like, I'm sitting there writing little scripts, little ideas. I write everything down. I'm a big writer. When you get it on paper, when I'll be randomly thinking because I jog so much, and I don't really like listen to music. Uh, so I always get these ideas in my head, and then yeah, I just try to put them on paper and see if they turn into something.
Bro, you're raw dogging your jogs, no music.
Yeah, no, I mean I'll do podcasts or
Okay.
I'll raw dog them, but
All
yeah,
right.
for the most part, yeah.
Do you have like a preferred genre when you're writing?
More like mystery.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I look forward to the mystery series once
Thank
the
you, brother.
UFC career wraps up here. Let's get your expertise a little bit. We're coming off of UFC 322. Islam Makhachev, now your two division champion. I think a lot of the people that saw Jack Della Maddalena as a live dog in that fight were looking at the improvements he made by the time he fought you, and in his takedown defense, but perhaps more in his ability to get off his back quickly. Why was Makhachev able to neutralize and keep JDM on the ground so much and seem to get those takedowns like butter?
I mean, I think he did a really good job of attacking his lead calf early
Mm.
with them calf kicks. Those hurt, and then he was doing takedowns in the open, and he wouldn't let him get out of half guard. Islam on top is really hard to get up from. And if you never felt it before, you don't want it to be your first time in the cage. And I said that before with when DDP fought Hamzat. Like if you never wrestled with a guy like that, or you never trained with the guys like those before, you don't want your first time to be in the cage because it's like shocking. And you could just tell for Jack, it was that same feeling. He got to that point where he was just giving up easier takedowns as the rounds went deeper. And Islam did a really good job of just sticking to the strategy.
You know, I was telling the anchors at HQ this. Like, sometimes if you haven't been on the mats with someone, it's really hard to explain what it's like when people can get the right kind of pressure and leverage on you. It feels like a refrigerator on your chest. Why is it Makhachev? Like, what is it about Makhachev's ability to put pressure on people that's so different than most of his contemporaries?
I mean, I think they've just been doing it their whole lives, right? They use their whole body. So many guys, they either use the upper half or the lower half. But those guys are so good at using their upper body, and they're training with the best every single day. Like you're when you're working with Habib and these guys, you're in high level training every single day. They don't take no days off. The hard work they put in, it like just comes out in the cage.
You know, I was out of pocket yesterday, so maybe I missed something in the news cycle. But assuming Jack and his team haven't spoken to it, why do you think he looked so dejected between the rounds in the corners? Like he was grimacing when he was on the mat. He looked kind of almost like sad and mourning when he was in his corner. What's your like read on that?
I mean, I just don't think he had any like get plan B, right?
Mm.
It's he's obviously a striker. He wants to be on the feet. And then once it gets to the third or fourth round and you haven't caught rhythm, you haven't been able to catch really any sort of punching. Um, you just get stuck. And it looked like he was a little bit dejected. His coach was trying to hype him up. But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe the calf was hurting him. Maybe the his mind was just starting to break. But he still did a good job of not giving up the sub. Right, a lot of guys would have give up the sub and put their neck out there and just like, all right, give me now. But he did a good job of just like going into the end.
Now, are we about to say goodbye to Belal Muhammad at welterweight after Saturday? especially if you beat Ian Gary?
No, I mean I'm the top of the division. For me, it's
Okay.
full focus on Ian Gary, and it's about dominating Ian. Like nothing else matters to me but this Saturday, right?
Okay.
Everybody's gonna ask about the past. Everybody's gonna ask about the future. We're looking at the present. We're looking at this Saturday, and I just got to remind the world who I am.
Sure. Well, because I know you and Islam in the past when he was working on his way up to welterweight. There's a lot of questions being asked to both sides about will you guys fight each other, and it didn't seem like something you're interested in. But that's whatever your career holds after Saturday is a question best for Sunday, right?
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about Ian a little bit then. Where would you say he's the most dangerous? Because he's working his way up the division, but he's one of these guys who I find to be so well rounded that I think sometimes maybe he doesn't get the respect he deserves because of the way the fights play out. But you see him like giving Shavkat and Michael Venom Page almost equal trouble, and that's like a quite a wide range in terms of like quality of opponent.
I think he has high IQ. I think he's very good at strategizing and understanding how to fight certain guys. Like even when he fought Prates, he did a good job of moving and then taking him down when the opening was there. And then we saw Leon just stand still and you get hit. I just think that he's smart with the way he comes into a fight, and he doesn't just go in there just to fight. He comes in there with a game plan and a strategy that he sticks to.
In what way is the Belal Muhammad that we see on Saturday going to be most different from the Belal we saw last time?
Every fight I level up, man. And when I come off of a loss, it's just a different version of myself. It's a different motivation. I always come back 10 times harder, 10 times more dominant. So for me, the last time I lost, we went on an 11 fight winning streak. That's my goal for this time. But we have to start with this Saturday night.
Back to those Alex B humanizing fighters pieces. On there, you wrote that your favorite song is "Shake It Off." Are we talking about Taylor Swift's "Shake It Off"?
Yeah.
Bro, that's my guilty pleasure. It's-
My coach Lewis Taylor actually walked out to that song once, and it was the best time. Everybody in the crowd was like, "What the fudge is he walking out to?"
yeah, I'm not a Swift. Are you a Swifty? I'm not a Swifty, but that song hits.
No, that song. I just like that song.
Okay, you know what, man? Listen, anyone who wants to complain about that, come ask Bilal personally, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay. It almost feels like we have like a unannounced welterweight Grand Prix going on right now. Who impressed you more this past weekend, Carlos Prates or Michael Morales?
Yeah, that's why for myself, I gotta outperform both of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Morales, I trained with him. He's a monster. I've been saying it beforehand, and even when I picked him, a lot of people were like, "Oh, Brady's a beast. Brady's a beast." I know how good Brady is, but I know Morales, he's he's a power horse, and Brady doesn't like to get hit. Morales hit him, didn't back up, didn't give Brady the chance to shoot on him, and then he folded him. And then even Prates, right? Prates did a really good job. I would definitely give it to Morales just because Brady was on a really good streak and Leon Edwards was on a losing streak. But still, just to finish Leon Edwards standing up, you got to give him his props. He's been knocking all these guys out. They're both monsters, right?
How is Carlos Prates competing at this high of a level and smoking cigarettes as much as he is?
It's funny, man. I don't know. It's some Thai fighters, man. They just don't care. It's just in their blood.
Where would you say Leon Edwards goes from here? Because it's kind of crazy to see, right? Like second longest unbeaten streak in the division, um, UFC champion, and now first three fight losing streak, first time getting knocked out. You've obviously shared a lot of time in the cage with him. Thoughts on where he goes from here?
I mean, Habib said it best, right? He said, "When your time comes, your time comes. You never know when it'll happen. It'll just happen at the snap of a finger." Um, but for me, looking on the outside, I just think that, like you said, when you're on a long winning streak and you have a loss in so long, and then you get your first loss, and then it's like you're thinking it's excuses. So you're coming up with excuses. So you're not making any changes because you think, "Oh, I'm doing everything right. That was just lucky." Then you lose the second one. Then it was like fudge. Now you're on the emergency calls. Like, all right, what we have to change something. We just lost two in a row now. Then you come out here, you have a good first round, then you get knocked out. But at the end of the day, when you're a former champion, you're still fighting the best in the world, right?
For
It's not
sure.
like you're fighting bums. You're losing to guys, and even kind of like how Gilbert Burns, right? He's on a three fight
Hmm.
losing streak, but then you're looking at the guys that he lost to. Look at the resume. Don't just call it a three fight losing streak like that. I think maybe you give him somebody like a Masvidal now. I think that fight makes sense more than anything if
Hmm.
Masvidal does come back. He was in the crowd. He was
Interesting
talking.
idea.
They had history. That would be a fun fight. Like for him, I'd rather go against him than another one of these young, hungry guys.
That didn't even cross my mind, bro. We gotta get matchmaker Belal here. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can sell mystery novels once you retire. You can start matchmaking for the UFC. The options are endless. You could perform Shake It Off karaoke. Um, as we begin to wrap up here, shout out to my colleagues in Media Row who almost got swept over by the tide of Dillon Danis and Islam's homies. What was going through your mind when you saw that video? Because it seemed like the internet was at least thrilled with the outcome of that scrap.
yeah. I was hoping he went into a coma. I was hoping that we would never have to hear his tweet or hear him talk ever again. The dude's the biggest dork uh, in the world, man. He's just a loser that's looking for clout, and he can't fight, right? So he just looks for all these ways to get spotlight or dumb stuff. But the Russians don't play that. Them guys from Dagestan, you act tough with them. You have your camera on their face. They're gonna put you out right there. They don't care who's in front of them, if it's public or it's private. They're gonna you treat them bad. They're gonna come back and get it back from you.
Okay, well, according to Dana White, we're not going to see him at any more UFC fights. So, small victory for man, right?
Yeah,
There we go.
we
As
got
we
to get him
wrap
off the
up,
internet.
sorry.
So we just got to get it, Elon and get him off the internet.
Well, I think Dana could make that call if he wants. As we wrap up here, favorite artist still Eminem.
Right now, I would say probably Jelly Roll.
Shout out to Jelly Roll. Is there one Eminem song you can rap start to finish?
Hard to finish? No.
Do you want to spit some bars while I got you here?
It's too late for this.
All right. Last one for you. Because I know it's important to you, I always want to shine some light on it. I'm sure you'll have things to say during your post-fight speech on Saturday, but got a lot of people hurting, whether that's your friends and family in America, whether that's in Palestine. If there's anything you want to tell the people, I'd love to give you the floor on the way out here below.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I mean, for me to be able to fight in Qatar, who's very pro-Palestine, and the people here just they have the flags up. The people here love it. The people here are showing me so much love. It feels good, man. It just feels good just to be in a place that appreciate life, place that understands that women, children, men are dying and starving, and um, you know, if you have a heart, if you have a soul, uh, and if it doesn't trigger you at all, I mean, you need to look at yourself in the mirror.